Welcome back to the Dr. Jeffrey Tauth Heart Talk Show. And today's show is called Dr. Jeffrey Tauth Coronary Artery Disease Secrets. And trust me, it's juicier than your cousin's peach cobbler. Here's something that'll make you spit out your morning coffee. Every 34 seconds, someone in America dies from heart disease. But here's the real kicker that keeps me up at night. 80% of heart attacks are completely preventable. Yep, entirely true. I can't make this stuff up. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how your arteries turn into ticking time bombs and, more importantly, how to defuse them before they blow. Let me paint you a picture here. Your coronary arteries are basically like garden hoses feeding your heart muscle. Now imagine those hoses getting clogged up with gunk, chassis, cholesterol, fat, and calcium that stick to the walls like barnacles on a ship's hull. This nasty buildup is called plaque. And let me tell you, it's sneakier than a cat burglar. This stuff develops slowly over decades, which is why I call coronary artery disease the ultimate long con. Picture rust building up in your pipes at home. Eventually, that water pressure drops to a pathetic trickle. Same thing happens to your heart, except when your heart muscle doesn't get enough blood, it starts dying. And folks, dead heart muscle doesn't come back for an encore performance. Now let me tell you about Sarah, because her story will knock your socks clean off. 45 years old, marathon runner, ate her vegetables like a good girl, never touched a cigarette in her life. Last month, she's out on her morning jog when, bam, chest pain hits her like a freight train. Emergency room doc takes one look at her heart catheterization and nearly drops his clipboard. 70% blockage in her main heart artery. This woman could outrun half the people in my waiting room. But her healthy diet was still loaded with processed foods hiding more sodium and trans fats than a carnival funnel cake stand. Add in some unlucky genetics and the stress from her high-pressure job, and you've got the perfect storm brewing in her chest. Here's what really gets my stethoscope in a twist. There are 3 hidden accelerators making this whole mess worse, and most people have no clue they exist. First up is chronic inflammation from poor sleep and stress hormones. Your body's basically throwing a tantrum inside your arteries 24/7. Second, we've got blood pressure spikes acting like repeated hammer blows, cracking your artery walls like an eggshell. Third, high blood sugar works like sandpaper, scraping your vessel walls raw every single day. When these 3 troublemakers team up, they speed up plaque formation by 300%. If you've got all 3 going on, maybe I should see you in the clinic. We need to talk. But wait, it gets worse. The worst culprits are probably sitting in your kitchen right now, grinning at you like they own the place. Those ultra-processed meats pump sodium directly into your bloodstream faster than a fire hose. One restaurant meal can pack 3 to 4 times your daily sodium limit. That's like dumping a salt shaker directly into your arteries. And don't get me started on those so-called healthy granola bars that pack more sugar than a Snickers bar. Here's a fun fact that'll ruin your lunch. Even one high-sodium meal can stiffen your arteries for 4 hours straight. 4 hours! That's longer than most Marvel movies. Now here's the good news that'll make you want to do a little happy dance. You can start fighting back today, right now, before you finish listening to this show. Replace just one processed meal today with fresh vegetables and lean protein. I'm not asking you to become a monk here, just swap out one meal. Start checking those sodium labels like you're hunting for buried treasure. Keep it under 1,500 milligrams daily. And here's my favorite trick. Take a 10-minute walk after eating. That simple stroll improves blood flow immediately and helps your body process all that food like a well-oiled machine. Look, coronary artery disease might be sneaky, but now you know its secrets. You've got the inside scoop on how this silent killer operates, and more importantly, you've got the tools to fight back. Your arteries don't have to turn into rusty old pipes, and your heart doesn't have to run on empty. This has been the Dr. Jeffrey Tauth Heart Talk Show. Until next time, stay healthy. And remember, if you're looking for answers, check out drjeffreytauth.us.com. Later, y'all.